Smart talk.
Bold laughs.
Real life, three wise women.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Three Wise Women podcast. It's our season finale.
I'm crying still from last
10.
week and into this week because it's our last one.
I actually have my Kleenex box still here in case. I don't think we will for this episode.
We won't need it. We don't need it. I can't believe it's number 10.
I know. It flew by. Like, I feel
It
like
really
in
did.
general, these episodes, like, it's been nice to have something to look forward to each week and catching up consistently, but it went by
Mhm.
fast. Like, all of a
It
sudden,
did
we
go
were
by
at 10.
fast. Because we started
Yeah.
in August, September. We released in September,
September.
launch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, because we got together in July to do our magnificent photo shoot and
Yeah,
then
pre-production.
Yeah.
pre-production, rebranding, and now we're at the end. It's Halloween this week, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Spooky
So,
times.
Do we have a
this
question
is
of the
gonna
day
be
or a
yeah,
rant?
well, it's a rant. We're gonna do a
Let's
rant.
hear
It's
it.
Lindsay's rant sesh.
We're
And
ready.
this episode's gonna be lighthearted, but I do have a rant first because every week I have one. There's always one to pick out of the hat, as Asha would say. So
It's a safe space.
so I may get some judgment on this, but let me just break this down. So Liam is not in daycare yet. He hasn't been in daycare. I I was really kind of firm when I went back to work of like I would prefer he's in the house with babysitters. And I'm been very fortunate to be able to do that. It is not the most cost effective thing, but it made me feel better to begin with. And so he's coming up on 2. So for 2 years he's been at home. And for the first year and a half, I had the same babysitters, and it was like really easy. I had like them alternating days, and it worked out really well. And then start in the summer, one of my babysitters was starting school, and her class schedule was just so crazy. She's like, I'm not going to be able to. And then my other babysitter was pregnant, and so she was going to deliver her baby recently, so she wasn't going to be able to do it. And so I was like, I had to find like 2 new babysitters, and it's difficult to, find people that you will trust with your kid and then coming into your home and all that stuff. And so I went on the, Facebook page for babysitters in this area, and I, typed it out and found some people. The problem being you cannot find 2 people who can just, like, split days, especially when they're, like, in college or the younger professionals. So I went from having 2 babysitters that split day every other day to now I have 4 babysitters to fill in those gaps.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and even when I had the 4, Marcy had to fill in a couple of days because those 4 couldn't do
What in
it.
the mental gymnastics are you doing?
So I've had to make schedules for 4 babysitters for the last 2 months on top of everything else that has been going on. So, yeah, it's like it's Tetris every week, or every month. And so I have 2 that are like that were solid that could pretty much split it, but then one was getting married and one was going on vacation for 2 weeks to Europe. So I was like, okay, my 2 usuals can't, so I need these other 2 to fill
Mm-hmm.
in the gaps. So I found these other 2, and everyone's been great. I've been very lucky in the sense of like I get good vibes, like that Liam really likes them. He hasn't expressed any kind of issue with any of them. They seem to really like care for him and follow, my guidelines and stuff like that. It's great. And all of them have experience, and I think experience is relative, and I'm one of those people who
Very much so.
I ask, obviously, like I go and meet them and interview them before they come into my home, but like I'm not, I don't have them print a resume with dates and, references. Um
So
But I
you're going
ask,
off of
obviously.
vibes. So when you meet with them,
No,
you're just like,
no.
all right, the vibe is good. You're cleared for my child. Like, what do you?
No, the vibe is good, but I don't like I don't have like, oh, you worked with this family from this to this. Like it's not like I ask, obviously. But I don't ask specific things in the sense of like, okay, what did that family have you doing? I say like I ask, have you ever changed a boy's diaper? Have you ever been, in a house where there's a dog? Have you ever been have you ever been, had to, deal with a tantrum, like with a toddler, like those basic questions, but never, I guess, super specific in the way of like
Like,
tell me every skill
why
that you
did you
have.
leave your last babysitting gig?
Well, actually, I think all of them still babysit for another family. Like all of
Okay.
them still have another family they're with. Anyway, so this one, she's very sweet. She's very like she's one I met and I was like, okay, she's like a really cool person too. Like we talked for a really long time. She is very personable. I was like, oh, this is gonna be great for Liam. She's a talker. Very kind. Nothing bad to say about her. But as a someone who has been a babysitter, there are certain things that I thought were common knowledge that maybe I shouldn't assume are common knowledge. And you guys, Marcy's been here. I have a whiteboard that's like that says Liam, and it's like
Very detailed, very specific.
yes.
Time, day, portion sizes, very detailed. But I did get confused on one of the snacks and the milk. I was like, ooh, I forgot to give him milk. It just says cup. What do I put in the cup? That was the only thing.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
forget to give him milk
Uh,
at a snack or at a meal or something. I don't know.
That's okay. I did fix that though. Like I rewrote that part
Yeah, but
to
other
make
than
it more
that,
clear. But
very clear.
I have it very clearly written out. But again, this is where I have to just give grace in the sense that I thought certain things were common knowledge. Anyway, so I was at work and they all know like you can always text me or call me at work. I obviously see patients, so if I don't respond right away, I can usually respond within the hour. So I'm at work and it was one of those days where like everyone changed to virtual for some reason. Like all my patients just want to do virtual. So obviously when I'm doing virtual calls, my phone is in front of me and I can see when it lights up. And this is, so I glance at it. I never like pick it up unless I get multiple. And I started getting multiple messages from the babysitter. And so I was like, okay, I need to at least glance at it to see if this is like an emergency kind of thing. But she didn't call. So I looked at it and she had put like, "Oh, Liam woke up like screaming from his nap at like 2:50 or whatever. Is this normal?" And I was like, no, not really. I mean, sometimes he cries because I think he either has a bad dream or he misses me or whatever. He thinks that I'm going to be there. So like, yeah, just give him a minute. Stand there, talk to him, whatever. And then there's like message after message, like he's still crying. He's still crying. Like he won't let me pick him up. He's still crying. It probably wasn't that many. But anyway, I was just like, can you pick him up and just hold him? And she said, he won't let me pick him up. And I was like, okay. And I go to look on my camera because I can see into his room. And of course my camera's disconnected. She didn't disconnect it. It was a something I had done when I moved something. Anyway, I couldn't see into his room, so I couldn't see what was going on. And so she was like, he won't let me pick him up. And I wanted to be like, just pick the boy up, like, you know. Anyway, so she was like, he's turning really red, like he won't stop crying. And so I'm like freaking out. I'm on a video call with someone and I just see these messages coming through. And then she sends me a picture. I can see the background. The background's the couch. So she got him out of the crib onto the couch, and this boy's face is red and just tears streaming down his face. Like red, 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 just tears like streaming. She's like, I think something's wrong. I think he doesn't feel well. And so I was like, okay, I'll be home right after this call. So I'm freaking out because I'm like, this is odd. He usually doesn't cry for this long. So I'm racing home and I walk through the door and she's holding him and this kid is smiling at me. Fine, completely fine. And I'm like, okay, good, but I'm confused because I didn't get a text saying like, "Oh, he's recovered, he's okay, like he stopped crying." Like I didn't get any kind of message like
So did
saying that
it
he was
happen
good
like
now.
while you were in the driveway, or did she just forget to text you from
So
like
you don't live that far, but still,
I
like,
live like I mean, it took me. I mean, from the time we were texting it, to get off the call with the patient, it was like 20 or 30 minutes. It wasn't right away that I could
enough
leave.
time, yeah, to
Right.
be like,
Um,
he's
and
good now.
so so I walk in and he is wearing this like the thickest fleece sweatsuit that I have for him, which I
so
understand because in the morning it's cold, but by his nap at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's obviously much warmer, and so I just look at him and I swear my face because you guys know my face like I just and I kind of was waiting for her to explain, and like she kind of was just like, "Yeah, he's fine," and I'm like. I canceled my last patient. I like ran out of work. Um, which is fine. Like I'd rather her tell me than not tell me, but I go up and I put my hand on his chest like under his like sweater and he is so hot. Like so hot. And so he's not crying anymore, but I like take off his clothes and she puts him down and he like starts running around like mommy, like and I'm just like and I was like, "So, did you happen to, like, feel his chest?" And she's like, "Yeah, I felt like he was hot, but, like, he wouldn't let me take his clothes off." And I'm like
do you control or does toddler control? Toddler
and then
control.
I was like, "Did you change his diaper? Because he may have a rash on his butt." And she's like, "He wouldn't let me change his diaper." And so I'm, like, trying again, like, very
What
sweet
is
girl, like, but I'm very confused because he can't punch you, like, he can't take you out, like, it's
Yeah,
he's a
she
toddler, he
said
says
she had
no.
toddler experience, right?
She does. She babysits another 2-year-old. And so I look at Liam and I'm like, "Liam, can I change your diaper?" And he goes, "No." Like he has for the past like 2 weeks. And I say, Liam, I'm going to change your diaper." And he walks over to his little changing area and I put him up there and I change his diaper and I take off all his clothes or I had taken off his clothes before. And I look at her and I'm like, I appreciate you telling me, but he is a toddler. He says no to everything. If you ask him if he wants $1 million, he'll tell you no just because he wants to.
Exactly.
You have to do it.
We're
Like if
going to
he,
do this together. We're going to change your diaper, and it's going to be exciting because you're going to get a clean butt after this. Let's go.
we get to use butt paste because that's his favorite thing.
Yay!
And it's just like I obviously would want her to tell me versus not tell me, but I feel like if you're having the mother come out of work, could you have exhausted the options before like I'm hauling my ass out of work?
Yeah, baby
It,
is tired, hungry, wet, hot, cold.
hot. y- like the basics, like just go through and if he's still crying, fine. I will be obviously like
Yeah.
he's the most important thing. But I just was sitting there and I called my mom and I'm like, I'm not trying to be like an asshole, but like I have so much work to do now, and I pride myself on being like an employee that is there. And obviously, my son comes first, but I was just like, okay,
That
clearly,
was a waste
I
of
really
time.
need to go in on like the things of like these are the things that I would like you to do before you call. Obviously, text me if you're concerned. Text me, but like he was obviously hot. He
Yeah.
obviously was upset that that was the case, and you just need to pick him up, take his clothes off, and change his diaper and see if he calms down and give him a snack.
Was this
So
her first
anyway,
day?
no, no. And it's
I'm like,
again, this is not to be critical of if someone doesn't know something. It really is just the idea of like,
Need the
you
basics.
critical thinking is,
critical thinking, or even like maybe I just need
That's
to
not even
overly
critical thinking
explain.
to me. That's kind of just like full body scan. Basic
for
full body
for a
scan.
baby, yes, yes. And so it's not anything personal to her. She's gonna obviously like still have some afternoons with him. It's not anything that serious, but I was just like,
At least it
damn,
was that and not anything serious though. Like
for
I would
sure.
rather
yeah.
get a phone call like that than like anything else, you know?
For sure. But you know me and like on my those 30 minutes when I before I could get home, I was like going through my head of like, oh my God, is he gonna have to go to the emergency room? Like, what if this
Yeah.
and
Like,
that?
what
Like
kind of
I was going
catastrophe is
through like
happening?
It's
exactly. And it
scary.
was just Yeah,
Yeah.
and so, I
I'm
think
just
just,
picturing Liam like he won't let me pick you up, and he's like holding a weapon, like, "Don't you come near me."
He's holding his little fake knife.
I
Oh,
want to change the title.
and it's
No,
just like, I mean, the worst thing this kid can do, and he's never hit one of the babies, or at least not that they told me, but like if he'll press against you, but like you still just pick him up, like
but
you can
you
still easily
still
pick him up.
weigh like 10
30
times him. You
pounds.
could you could literally change his
Pick him up.
diaper. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
okay.
So it's just, and so it's one of the things where I think, as moms or new moms, if you're trusting your kid with someone else, sometimes you do just overly explain and say, I'd rather just tell you this than not tell you not have to know this. In the sense of like, maybe I just need to over explain and everything is not as common as I may think it is. So
I
yeah,
think
that's my
I
rant.
think that
but
I
like you
think
can't
that is the
think of
moral of the story.
no, but
Yep.
like you can't think of everything. Like some things you don't think of until they come up.
For sure. For sure. I think just the basic things of like why he would cry. Maybe I should have like been more expansive on that, because he's not really like with the babysitters. He doesn't cry a lot. Like no one's ever
Right,
said, "Oh my god, he's had a meltdown with me."
right,
Um,
right, right.
so I
Yeah,
think I
just
just didn't.
review, yeah, the basics. Hot, cold, hungry, tired,
Tired, poopy
uncomfortable.
diaper. Yep.
Yeah,
Hmm.
needs
Yep.
wet. Yeah, it needs to be changed. But I'm like,
Diaper rash.
that's
Yep.
kind of
Thirsty, hungry,
basic baby
hunger, poop.
So I appreciate
communication.
all the help I get. That's not me trying to be super critical, but I just thought it was a funny visual. That, because I also got that visual. I'm like, what is this kid doing to her?
Yeah, I'm like, he's like not violent. Like he's not like freaking Children of the Corn. Like gonna have you hemmed up in the corner, scared. Like, what do you mean he won't let you pick him up?
Oh my gosh. Oh, anyway, I figured we could all use that little chuckle, but I know Marcy has some great
Updates.
funny updates for us that we could all use as well, because it's spooky season, and usually Marcy's dating stories can be a little spooky themselves, or
We are
funny, either way.
overdue for
We
a
are
update.
overdue. So
From thinking I found my soulmate to ending it a week ago.
oh, I'm
Wait, so
sorry.
are we still wearing the necklace?
Wait, it was a
Oh yeah.
bracelet.
No,
No,
you're
the
manifesting.
Oh, I actually haven't since that week.
oh. Did
But it
we
was
talk
like
we talked about that on the podcast, right?
we
That
did.
necklace?
We did. I
Okay.
actually
Yeah.
have, but so here's the thing. Like I met this guy and I met him through Hinge, one of the dating apps, and matched with him. He was cute. He's from Portugal, grew up in Miami, living in Wilmington, has a good job. He's an HR recruiter and works in HR, has a degree in HR, went to school at UNCW. We went on our first date and we went to this bar called Ibis, and it was a Thursday night, and like one of the specials was you could get like a bump of caviar, and I've never had caviar, so it's like, oh, like let me try caviar and like
When
be
you
fancy.
said bump, I was like,
Not a bump
Like,
that you're
where are we
thinking.
I was
going?
like, well,
But
you can
they
get a
called
bump.
it
I'm like, a bump
they
of
called
what?
it a bump of caviar, and
No,
like
that's what it's called.
I
Yeah.
know.
and
Sorry.
it's like normally very expensive. It's like normally like
Right.
$70 or whatever, and they're like, oh, tonight like it's $10 and you can try it for $10.
Wait, why is it $10?
They
That
were just
scares
like,
me.
it's what they do on Thursday nights. It's like what they want people to come in and try. It's like a very fancy
Oh.
cocktail place, and you just get like a little bump. It's not like a full caviar tray. It's like literally a bump.
Like the
Yeah.
little
On like a
spoon.
cracker?
And they had crackers. So like
Oh, okay. Okay.
I go and I put it like on a cracker and I try it and I'm like, it just tastes like really salty, kind of like seafoody. Like I'm like, I don't know why people pay hundreds of dollars for this, but whatever. I tried it, right? And I'm like, do you want to try it? Because I only put like a little bit on a cracker. He's like, no, no, I don't eat seafood. I'm like, okay, like that's fine. So we continue to
From
talk.
Portugal, you don't eat seafood. Red flag number one.
I didn't count that as a red flag. I was like, okay, whatever. You're cute. You have a
I'm
good
counting it. I'm
smile. You
counting
have good
it.
hair. He works out. He has nice thick hair. He loves to travel. He just came back from like a wedding in Portugal this past summer. His dad has apparently two houses or two rentals in Portugal. He pulled up in his Audi, so I was like, oh, like
Oh,
I
there it is.
like you already. I'm like, this is nice. Like you enjoy the finer things in life, right? And like
It
we're
says
just
caviar.
yeah. We're just like daydreaming. I was like, imagine if we went to Greece. Imagine if we went back to Portugal and I have a wedding next summer in Spain. We could go to Portugal first and then take the train to Spain and like go to Spain and maybe even go to some of the islands that are around. Like we were just like total daydreaming date, fantasizing about like the travels that we've done in the past, some of our favorite places. Like for mine, obviously, going to Italy was one of my favorite trips. I went with my mom and my sister, and being able to see Rome and Florence and Tuscany and the Venice waterways. Like I loved that trip. And then most recently, like I had been to Portugal, so we like made that connection and talked to him about Portugal. And then he's also a homeowner, which I was like, wow, like that's impressive. He's 28 years old and you're a homeowner in Wilmington in this market, and he bought his house like over the summer. So I was like, I'm not going to ask you about your interest rate, but I'm really curious about like what you paid. But we're not going to get into that on the first date. Just
A
mental
lot. A
mental
lot. I can tell you.
note.
Ugh. What are
Um,
we calling him, by the way?
we're gonna call him
What?
Justin Timberlake, JT. His name's
Okay, JT.
JT.
All right,
Okay,
JT.
JT.
okay.
And so the date continues. I ask him, I'm like, so do you see yourself staying in Wilmington? And he lets me know about his family. He has an older brother. They live in Raleigh. His brother lives with his parents still, and he's older. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then his parents are still married, and he mentioned, I said, so how'd your parents meet? Like, I'm always just curious about love stories. And his dad worked on a cruise ship and his mom was on the cruise, and they met on like a cruise ship and lived happily ever after that. And his mom is actually, I can't remember the percentage of Costa Rican, but she's from her parents are from Costa Rica and then partially white, and then his dad is like 100% Portugal. So he's actually mixed and biracial. Just don't remember all of the mixes, but mostly Portuguese and some Costa Rican in there. And so anyway, I thought that meant he was cultured. And so we progress the date and we go for a little walk outside. He tries to be like romantic. It's cute. Like I let him think like he's doing a good job, and we don't kiss or anything on the first day. He was like he didn't go for it, and I think he was just like a little bit nervous. And so whatever. So the next date we both like to exercise and eat somewhat healthy, and so we're health-ish. We go to his gym, and this was on a Friday. So the first date was on a Thursday, and then on Friday was the second date. And so I'm still kind of like decompressing from my week. We had just heard like big news about the company, and like I was on the phone with one of my coworkers, like kind of doing some of the machines, and he's like doing some of the machines beside me. And so I'm like half paying attention to him, more paying attention to the phone. And then he's just like looking at me, like giving me the eyes, and I'm like, all right, I gotta go. I'm like, okay, so we're gonna do this workout together, and it's hot that you're working out with me. I like this. Let's keep going. So we go through, we finish the workout, and then that night was the night of the Taylor Swift movie premiere. So we got an early dinner after the workout, and then I went to the Taylor Swift movie premiere. And then before I left for the movie, he goes, I have some news, and you're not gonna like it. And I said, already so soon? What's the news? And he goes, I just rented out my house for 6 months, so I am Airbnb-ing it for a family, and I'm making $20,000 off of it. So I'm gonna go to Raleigh and live with my parents and take that cash flow. I said, like in my mind, I'm like, I kind of like took a step back. I was like, wait, so you're gonna live with your parents? And then he explained to me like he works Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in the office at his job, and then on the weekend, Friday through Monday, he's in Wilmington. So basically his job mostly is in Raleigh, and he's only here
Okay.
part-time. And so he lets that,
Hmm.
and then he says like, yeah, he couldn't pass up on the money, and then now he's gonna try to buy like another place in Raleigh and like get another rental. And I was like, okay, like I see what you're doing. You're trying to collect some
Hmm.
passive income, trying to get more into real estate, all of that. So that night, I go to the movie and then I meet up with him after. I go to his house to see his house just to make sure it's real. And I look up and look at his address to make sure that it's attached to his name. And it is. Like you can look that stuff up, it's public information. So it is. It's legit. His house is gorgeous. It's like a brand new build, much, much bigger than mine. It's like probably one, two, three, 4 bedroom, all have walk-in closets, 4 baths, huge kitchen, open layout, backyard, garage. It looks like a huge family home. And I'm just like thinking like this is a huge house for one person. And like
Yeah.
walking through the house, it looks very Airbnb. There's nothing like personal to it, and everything's kind of like labeled. And I'm like, have you Airbnb'd your house before, or is this the first time? And he's like, this is the second time he Airbnb'd it. And I'm like, okay, like I got you. Um, again, like I'm like, okay, maybe he's like saving money, doing some cool thing
Yeah.
with real estate. Like I respect that. And so no, I don't think anything of it. I go home that night and then I'm in Vegas, Zion, whatever. I come back. He drives down from Raleigh and he's no, there was like another weekend in between there because
On Saturday when we recorded, you
yes,
were with,
yes, but there
yeah.
was more time in between. So like yes, he must have I think he stayed Saturday or this was in between like before he came back. So like again, we end up going to like the Riverfront Market. We go and go to this event where my esthetician does his 1 year anniversary celebration and he comes with me. He intermingles, everything's fine. We get permanent bracelets together. We have a good weekend. Um, Nothing else comes from that. It's like maybe like the fifth date after that. He comes back. This is after my trip from Nashville and Vegas. And he stays with me through the weekend. And when he gets there, like gets to my house, he like brings in like some groceries, some like bread and some other things. I'm like, okay, like I guess we're gonna be making sandwiches this weekend and not going out to eat. Like I got you. I'm like, okay, like thanks for bringing bread.
Wait, what?
Um, yeah, he like brings like some groceries. Like I guess he's just like homeless and carrying around this
Oh
bread.
my god. Maybe he wanted to cook for you.
A
Grilled
sandwich.
No.
cheese.
Yeah. Whatever. So he like brings that and then he's like going through my fridge, going through my cabinets. He's like, do you just have like healthy food here? Like, do you not have any cookies or do you not have I'm like, if you're looking for something specific, you can go to the grocery store. If you don't like what I have, then you can definitely go buy whatever you need. I eat what I eat. I'm a very like health conscious eater at home. Like obviously when I go out to eat, I'll get different things, but like in my house like I don't really buy a lot of like desserts or things like that. It's like yogurt, almond milk, some dairy, some produce, and some protein options and protein bars and like protein shakes and Bloom energy drinks and Celsius. I'm like
You
anything
have a
else,
Celsius.
right? Anything
Oh.
outside of that, you're on your own, bud. So whatever, like that happened, and then right away, like I need to establish like separate bathrooms. I was like, you're not using my bathroom. Like this is the bathroom you'll be using. And all of his shit was just everywhere and was so annoying. And then the next thing he like reveals to me this situation from work. Like he's coming off as like this hot shot at work. Like he gets the most in the, or he like closes his job openings the most frequently. He comes into the office and like the girls want to talk to him and they're like following him on Instagram and like curious about his personal life. And he said, and there's just one girl that just doesn't want to talk to me anymore. And I said, well, did you hook up with her? And he's like, I'm like, you hooked up with her, didn't you? And he's like, yeah, 2 months ago I hooked up with her. I'm like, you don't shit where you eat. Why did you hook up with someone at work? And he's just like, yeah, it was a mistake. And I ended up telling my manager about it. And he said, JT, we never had this conversation. And so I'm just so cool with my manager, and my manager loves me. And so, yeah, I'm not gonna do it again. And yeah, I said that's a
We've
bit,
Cool
all heard that
story,
one before.
bro.
I
Yep,
said
we've all heard that one.
I said that's a very immature thing to do, but I appreciate you telling me the truth and being honest with me.
Yeah,
Because 2 months ago we weren't dating. 2 months ago,
right.
like whatever, I probably was doing stupid shit too. Not that stupid though. So I let it go, and then something else happened. Oh, and so that night we end up like trying to find something for dinner. He doesn't like fish, which means we're not getting sushi.
Childish.
I,
Oh,
Childish.
no sushi?
I like to eat sushi on Friday nights. No sushi. And then I'm like, what about Thai food? Would you eat Thai? No, doesn't eat Thai food. And then I said, what about Indian food? No, doesn't eat curry. He'll eat pizza, burgers,
I was gonna say, if you say chicken fingers, I'm logging off.
pretty much Chick-fil-A. We ordered Chick-fil-A one night. So very basic palate and not willing to try things outside of that. So
What
like
does
Wait,
his
question.
freaking Costa Rican Portuguese
like
family?
rice and beans, like I don't know. Like
Wait, so question, does that bug you? Like just
yes,
stay on this for that bugs you? Why does
that
that bug you?
that bugs me because like it ruins the adventurous side of like restaurant experiences for me. Like to me, when you travel to a new location or there's a new restaurant in the area, like I love to try new food. I'm a foodie. I live for the experience and the storytelling behind the dish, the time that
Mhm.
the chef put into the dish, where the ingredients come from, where the menu was inspired from. Like there's always going to be a story behind food, and inspiration, and learning that to me is an experience that I like to share with my partner. Like to me, that's a romantic date. Like you go to a new
For sure.
restaurant and like have this foodie experience. And I think that's something that I've learned like with all of my long-term partners. We've shared that, like to share a meal with them and like to share that experience. Like we do that as our girl.
We do that.
It's
We
our
have the best time doing that.
Yes, and like we'll try each other's dishes, and Lindsay will rank them, and she'll put it like on her foodie story, and like for us, it's just
It's
like
the best.
it's the best.
I'm
And like
really confused because you said he travels. So does he go eat at McDonald's when he
he
goes
did,
to a different
he
country?
said that. He said he ate at
Oh Lord.
McDonald's in Portugal.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait,
Red
okay,
flag
so I'm
number
gonna
two. I'm already up to two. Well,
already up to two.
three. I'm
Three.
up to
We're on
three
three.
because
The
So
shitting where you eat.
you're right.
Yeah.
This is three, and this is also week three of us hanging out. Like we didn't even make it a month.
Great. Wait, hold on. Question. I'm gonna break the cardinal rule that Asha said I couldn't do, but the reason I asked you that bothered you. Does anyone else know
take a
who
shot. Take a shot.
broke up with a man because they didn't share food
Sparkle
interests?
Megan.
Sparkle Megan, there she is. So Marcy would say that that is a legitimate reason, like a legitimate red flag. When she, okay, anyway, I won't go too into
I
it, but
think I think
I thought that was a real thing. I think people think that was such a dumb thing that she mentioned, but like
oh.
for those of us who really enjoy,
Do you
that's
know
an
how much
experience. That's
time
a
you spend eating? Like, think about how
In your
much
life.
time we spend eating and how many meals you have with your significant other.
hmm
I'm sorry,
It's a
yeah.
that's
big
childish.
deal.
If you don't try
And
different
then if you're
food,
gonna have kids
it's
together
childish.
and then
It's
they see
childish.
the kids see like you two eat
No,
like one being
Right,
yeah,
right.
it's yeah.
I'm
No,
sorry, it's childish if you don't try different food. I'm
and
sorry.
then I started to feel sick on Sunday, and a simple thing that I got was like this vegetable soup from Trader Joe's. and he thought it was tomato soup, and I was like eating it. I'm like, you want to try it? And he's like, oh, is it tomato soup? I'm like, no, it's actually like a pumpkin squash soup with vegetables. He goes, oh no, I don't eat that. And I'm like, you won't even eat vegetable soup? I was like, I feel like I'm dealing with a toddler right now.
You're dealing with Liam. That's exactly what
Yes,
Liam's doing.
but Liam loves to eat. Liam will eat anything on his plate and he'll try things. He's much better than your typical toddler. You know what I mean? But like I that was like okay, after the whole like
I am
up thing, after the whole like comment about seafood and not eating seafood and like not wanting to try different foods, um the last one that kind of like turned me off a lot of it actually was like, so he's going through his financials and he's admitting to me that like people ask him, he's like, yeah, sometimes people ask me, he's also on a kickball team. Sometimes people on the kickball team like ask me like what my car payment is or how much I pay for my house. Like, why do you think people ask me that? I'm like, well, do you tell them? He's like, yeah, like I share that information. I'm like, they probably ask you because they know that you'll share that information because you seem to be oversharing information. Like you can set boundaries so that you don't have to tell people every single detail of your life. But since you're very open about things, people probably feel very comfortable in your presence to ask those intimate details. But actually, like you don't have to tell people what your car payment is. You don't have to tell people what you pay for your house.
Who's asking that question? I don't
People on
understand.
his
Who
kickball
cares?
team, people he works with. I'm like, to me, it just
How
seems
does
like
that come up in
I
conversation?
don't know. To me, it seems like you're boasting and you're
I was
bragging,
gonna
but
say he's
Yeah.
probably bragging,
Yeah.
braggadocious,
yeah.
and they
And like that turned me off. Like that's one thing to be proud and like I did this on my own with my hard work for money and I earned this and it's something that I've thought about for a long time. But it's another thing when I asked him to, I'm like, so what's the hardest thing that you've been through? And he's like, actually, I'm very just grateful and blessed to say that I've never been through any hardships in my life and just have two loving parents that love me and I've lived like a good life and I'm just like so what would you say the hardest thing you've ever done was? And he's just like nah, he's like I've been through no hardships and I'm just like buying a house is hard, figuring out what my next goal is hard, getting through my career was like things in life
trying
are hard.
vegetables was the hardest things he's done in his
Right, and he
life.
doesn't even try them. And he doesn't do hard things, and there's no adversity in his life. Like we do hard things all the time, whether it's trying something new in your life, facing a new life challenge, do like we go through hard things and for someone to tell me like they've never been through anything hard or any adversity was like the biggest ick and I didn't know that could be an ick. Like I just was like my parents were immigrants. I worked hard to get through school. I finished my master's. I went through a terrible breakup in my 20s. I've lost my hair and regrown my hair. I've, dealt with like my weight. I've dealt with like personal situations and there's so much that we all deal with and like not everyone needs to know, but for someone to be like, I've never been through anything hard. I'm like, not one thing, like not one thing.
Well, and I think it like going through adversity and go like it's okay if he's never had like a traumatic experience. Like you're not looking for necessarily like to
No, I'm not.
trauma with it, but like, we've all been. I mean, maybe this is good, comments gonna get me in trouble, but well, he's not a white male. I was gonna say maybe white males don't have this,
Basically is
thing.
though. Yeah.
But like, there's nothing that like you struggle.
Oh,
Like in high school, you didn't struggle with something. Like you weren't
and
like there.
he didn't vote. He didn't
Oh, of
vote.
course not.
He
Okay.
didn't vote. And I was like, wow, wow, here we go. And like when we were at one of the festivals, the conservative table was there and they were all in red. And he looked, he's like, oh, I like the hat. And it was like an American flag on a hat. And I said, not at that
I thought
table.
it was another hat, and I was like, we
I
could
was
just
like,
Here we
not,
stop
go.
this
yeah. I was
conversation.
like, not at that table, you don't. We're going to the Democrat table and you can get your water there if you're thirsty. So
Ay, ay,
all
ay.
of those leading up to like he had a cute face, he had a cute body.
But he ain't have nothing going on
He just
up
like
here.
nothing going on up there and like still had to call mommy and daddy about getting permission for buying a Rolex. I'm like, "Why are you trying to buy an $8,000 watch when you're
Wait, what?
when you're renting out your house and just got 20,000, I'm like, put that money towards a smart investment. But like I overheard him on the phone with his parents going back and forth about a Rolex watch. And then his mom ended up being like, "Well, JT, if that's what you want, just get it." And so I was
Oh, my Lanta.
like, I don't know about that. Like, if, and the thing is, it's not even about like splurging because I splurge all the time. I will spend $400, $500 sometimes, like on a pair of shoes or a purse or something that I really want and like have worked for and like put my bonus towards whatever. But like, I don't call my mom and dad and ask for validation for that. It's something that like I've worked for and like have had in mind. I'm not like, hey, mom and dad, do you think it's a good idea for me to buy this $200 purse? It's like it was such a turn off as well. I don't know.
So how did you end it? What happened?
Uh, First off, I got really like irritated. He overstayed his stay, and I was like so ready for him to go that I think he felt that. And I was like, actually, I'm really busy and you should probably like leave sooner. And he's like, oh, I can leave around 5. Like, I kind of want to get Benny's pizza. I want my brother to try it. And I'm like, they don't open until 5. I said, you should probably leave sooner than that because I'm going to go to the gym at noon. And if you're not going to go to the gym at the same time I am, you're not staying at my house by yourself. And he's like, okay, okay, I'll leave now. And then I was on the phone and then he just like waved at me and I was just like, bye. And then I
How long
ignored him.
had you been there at that point?
3 days, 4 days, 3 days, 4 days.
Oh,
Ooh.
hell no. Oh,
And you don't
no.
eat
Uh-uh.
vegetables? No. No, it's too many days.
It was 3 days more than I needed him to be.
Do you
And
think it was too much at like
I think it
that
was.
soon too?
Yes, and I think it was good though because guess what? Everything was unpacked in 4 weeks instead of 4 months, and I feel like I'm
Yes.
wasting my time because I
Right.
think that I found out a lot of information really fast, which was unfortunate. It was like a high and then a low, but I think
Oh,
it's good because I'm not here to waste my time. I'm 32.
Right.
My eggs are in their prime. I'm like I'm really dating for love and for a long-term partner and for a baby daddy and not for like a baby boy.
yeah. I'll say a
Oh.
baby. Legit.
So
Oh my gosh.
I'm
I
free. I just
so have you ignored it? Like, are you
oh,
ghosting
how
him
did
or
I
were
end
you?
it? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
Marcy.
you know,
Marcy.
you know,
Marcy.
he texted me after 2 days and he said, I hope you find what you're looking for, is what he said to me. And I said, what did I say to JT?
Wait, out of nowhere, like out of no, he
He
just randomly
knew.
after 2 days of not
I
talking.
was I felt like I was a bitch, but in my defense, my period started and it was pre-period. But I literally was on the phone and I was like, if you're not going to go to the gym at noon and be out of my house at the same time I'm out of my house, then you probably need to leave now. And so when someone called me, answered it and it was for work. I kind of just ignored him and I was like, bye. And then he said, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you find what you're looking for. And then I said, hey, JT, I've enjoyed getting to know you and spending time together. You're a great person, but I'm realizing I don't feel the connection I hoped for. I'm sorry. Take care.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say you ghosted him. I'm very proud of you for sending that message.
I know.
no,
It
that was
was hard.
Growth,
appropriate.
Marcy, growth.
It's hard.
Do you think wait, do you think you would have texted him if he didn't text you? Do you think you would have
You
sent
know,
a
the
message or
crazy
just
part is it's like it's so funny because like with people that I've really liked, I feel like I get like a little bit obsessive and like I think about them a lot. And when you end things, you like think about things even more. But like what clearly made this relationship a distinction from someone I really liked was like I didn't even think about him for 2 days. And in those
Uh,
2 days when he texted me, I was like, oh yeah, I need to say something. So I think that's very, what's the word? Cold.
telling?
well, yeah,
Oh,
I mean, you're already checked out.
yeah.
I was checked out 3 days ago before he even like
Yeah.
I was checked out.
You're like, this is a dub.
But like, I was like mad at myself. I'm like, why do I keep instead of like looking for the good, I'm finding these annoying little things that pester me. And
Those
it's
aren't, hold on, those are not annoying little things, Marcy.
No,
Those are
those
4
are
red flags.
blatant.
Those
yeah.
are very obvious.
Like you work in HR and you're hooking up with a coworker. What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. That just generally doesn't go well from just like,
Any
you know,
department.
most people experiences. It's just not a good look. And
And
Not
also
it
if
wise.
was a little triggering for me to hear that as well. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. And I think after that point, like I was just collecting things that were annoying me. I think that was really like honestly like one of the breaking points. And then like after that, like things just started annoying me. Could it have been better if he would have been a foodie and he would have been a little bit more clean and more mature? Sure. But
yeah.
I like I said, this was very short-lived. It was a month, maybe less than that, 3 weeks,
Yeah,
4 weeks.
clearly not your person.
Not my
Very clear.
Well,
person.
and I think for people who are like, "Oh, like he hooked up with that person before you met." It's not even that he hooked up with, it's the fact that like
It's the
what
concept.
is it? It's the concept and the idea of like they still work together. They're going to be working together and there's other females he's around, and that even if he wasn't in a relationship when he did that and cheated, like that you're still around those people or that person. Um and it's just what's the statistic? It's like the most of the cheating happens at people's jobs. So it's just I think for most people, if you've had people that you've hooked up with at work, it makes it very hard for people to believe, oh, that's just going to automatically stop and you're going to
Right.
somehow like put up very strict I don't know. Some people maybe would
It's
be like,
principle, people. He's
yeah,
just it's like he did it once, he could do it again type of thing. It is a maturity thing, and like granted, he's
And
20.
basically his manager basically gave him permission to do it again.
I know.
So it's like
He
there's no
doesn't have the best
consequences.
manager, doesn't have the best
Yeah.
job. It sounds like it's not the best job either, to be honest with you. He's only been there for a year. He just started getting his 401k benefits. Um, and overall, the common theme that I'm seeing is like it takes life experience and it takes being able to be on your own is a big thing. And I just felt like him moving back with his parents was a turn off for me. And then on top of that, like the whole I'm gonna eat what I want to eat and not diversify my palate and him working in HR and being unethical. It was enough for me to know that this is
yeah,
going to be a long-term relationship.
you don't need to force anything. Like, I think part of what, you know, I admire about you is that you don't force something just because. And
Mhm.
I think because that's how things end up very poorly in years to come. So I think you being honest with yourself, whatever he thinks about it or what anyone else thinks about it, you know what's best for you and how you feel about it. And forcing something is just n- not going to be helpful for either one of you. So,
No, I
may
appreciate
have a nice body and a nice face, but there's only
in a
so
nice
much
car, a
that's,
nice house.
yeah, but how far is that really going to take you?
Yeah,
Not
not
very far.
but this point in my life, end year reflection. I got a new couch.
Oh, what'd you do with your old couch?
I'm trying
Yeah.
to sell it. I just put it on Facebook Market and I got.
Hey, what about me?
You want it?
I don't know. I forget what it looks like. Send me a picture.
I'll save it for you. No one's I thought I had someone that wanted to buy it and they asked for my PayPal and my phone number and then they
Yep.
sent me a sketchy text. I was
Yep.
like, this is spam.
Scammers,
No,
yeah.
I have gotten so much of that on. I've tried to sell several things on Facebook Marketplace, and all I get is spam
I'm
and
like, what the
really weird
hell?
fucking responses.
They
Like
will
I've
try
been
to
trying to
scam you.
sell.
Yeah, don't
That
do
used
it.
to be like such a good place to sell stuff
Mm,
fast. Now I feel like the
You
majority of
gotta
that
do
is
the local, gotta do local
yeah,
pages, not not the full marketplace,
yeah,
and
no,
like cash only, pickup only, like
yeah,
yeah, it's gotten
it's
bad.
sketchy.
I'll send you pictures.
But
It's gently used
yeah,
goods.
But yeah, so no one's on the horizon right now, Marcy, just resetting for the new year.
Resetting by getting a new couch. And it was funny, like I know that we were
Resetting.
gonna do the end of year reflections and we took a turn because of this dating story is just, my dating life, so funny. Uh, but I was thinking about the couch, and the couch was the couch that I bought with the boy that I dated in Greenville, like my ex-boyfriend
Uh-huh.
in Greenville. And I
Yeah.
was like, wow, this couch has been on a journey. It's kind of like sentimental, like all the things that the couch has seen and where the couch has been. And I'm like,
Fix the
but part of me
couches.
can't wait to get rid of the fucking couch and just like pass it on to someone else. Like, I've had enough of this.
Just sage it before you give it to
Yeah,
Lindsay.
no, I don't. I don't want the couch anymore. After she said that, it makes me think, and I'm just like, I don't want the couch
Once
anymore.
you
Like
once you
that's happening.
sage it, once you
Yeah.
I'll
sage
put
it, it
no,
takes
I'll
the
put a couch
energy.
cover on it and
There you there you
clean
go.
it
I mean,
thoroughly.
it's a cute couch. But anyway, it was just funny because it's like that's my year-end reflection is like this couch has been with me and it's no longer going to be with me anymore.
Yeah.
It's-
Well, it's good to kind of, get rid of a new chapter sometimes needs to get rid of the
Yeah,
old, bring in some
purge.
new
I love a
purge, yeah,
purge.
positive vibes.
yeah.
But yeah, can't wait to well, the good news is about this is hopefully we get to swipe more for Marcy because that's really, my favorite thing is to really see the quality of men out there that we can fix her up with. So more swiping to come, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna have to set my location to like California or something.
Yeah. Yeah, get you out of Eastern North Carolina. East
Yeah,
Southern, yeah, Southeastern North Carolina.
slim
Go somewhere else.
pickings, slim pickings. But anything else for our last episode that we want to end with? Any thoughts?
No, I think it was a good season.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like it's been a year and
It has been a year.
we
Good
s-
grief.
Is
it
this
has been
season
a year.
9? No, this is season
10.
10, episode 10. There's
So
something
10.
special about that. 10 and 10.
And we're recording it
Mhm.
in the 10th month. It won't come out in October, but we're recording it in the 10th month. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
For
Um,
sure.
but yeah, I think it's been a year and the lesson I guess is we always have each other for support and
For laughs.
and we appreciate everyone who's been listening. Please share, subscribe, listen, watch, do all the things because we really love doing this and we have very big dreams and ambitions. And one of these seasons, it's going to happen. So,
You know what it's gonna cause? It's gonna what will cause this to finally be pushed over the edge would be like the world going through something again like catastrophic, like maybe not like a pandemic, but like something like that where like we everyone loses their jobs and we have nothing else to do and we have to like we're forced to do something like that. That's the
okay,
only
let's not
way.
wish that on the world.
Another pandemic.
Yeah. But
I'm
like it's gonna be something catastrophic that pushes us over to just finally like give this our all instead of
Yeah, no, we're not going to put that in the universe though. Well,
I'm gonna
everyone enjoy the holidays and we will be back TDD TBD
in
TBD.
2026.
Yeah. So, love you guys and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Yes,
Bye.
goodbye.